Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alvyn Kurniadwi putra, and my student identity number is 22240900059. And I want to talk about the unreal world and his fellows. The unreal world. Dr. Ali Jazairi, Associate Professor of Clinical Physiology at the Chicago College of Professional Psychologists campus, believes there are clean and present risks that need to be addressed. I definitely agree with that. Social media has had a great effect on our life. The world we see on Facebook and other social media platforms is not the real global. It is a human advent. Jazairi explains a number of the different dangers that Facebook may also pose in our lives, which includes a loss of privacy, is the habit of constantly comparing ourselves to others. Whilst human beings are satisfied, they generally tend to put up numerous satisfied matters. Whilst I'm sad, however, I'm able to consciously or unconsciously evaluate myself to others. As a result, I create an international that isn't real due to the fact I believe that everyone in that international is satisfied. In that world is satisfied except for me. Even as every social media site has its very own character and purpose, the widely popular Facebook and its anticipated 1,000 million lively monthly customers has gained the maximum attention from psychologists for the ability to discern characters' experience of self and feel of other human beings. From physiological standpoint, what worries Jaziri the maximum is the threat of slipping too far into a virtual world and dropping touch with real existence, actual self, and actual priorities. A 2011 medical report on the effect of social media on children, young people, and families posted in Pediatrics, the official magazine, the Young Academy of Pediatrics, turned into one of the first to raise the difficulty of FB despair among young humans involved, that they weren't amazing sufficient friends or likes to their status updates. Across the same time, Dr. Cecilia Andreessen and her colleagues at the University of Bergen, UIB, and in Norway post piece approximately their paintings with the Bergen Facebook addiction scale, the magazine mental reviews, and this all got here on the hills incredibly. Consciousness collected. Dr. Eliezer Eusebio, and an assistant professor within the Department of College Psychological at the CSPP's Chicago campus, had been eager about the idea of virtual worlds and social media for the reason that nearly chat rooms of the 1990s. Something I love to talk about lots in psychotherapy are the diverse dimensions of attentions. He says it may get surely psychoanalytical if you're going to make a look at what type of behavior humans are putting out there. I've been studying Jungian analysis, and I do discover it thrilling, in particular while you study personality kinds, whether your inner nature has a tendency in the direction of paranoia, narcissism, manic, depressive, or even melodramatic behaviors. Eusebio says these stuff unconsciously occur themselves instead publicly in an online placing. As any Facebook user is aware, there are types amongst nearly all and sundry balls. I don't want to psychopathologies anyone who's online, but I think it's viable to take a quasi-diagnostic. Take a look at it when you examine what humans write or how they have interaction online. Of all the social media sites, FB is an area where in he says nearly each personality type may be found and analyzed. That is the quality current example I've stumbled upon of what I've been calling the collective unconscious personality. How can we pick out to provide ourselves to this world? Similarly, at what factor do we stop? As any Facebook person knows, there are kinds amongst almost all people series of friends. Some use the website solely to sell their enterprise of provision. Others take the possibility to share political opinions, even as others put up numerous repute updates according to day about activities as banal as what that they had for breakfast or what's at the dinner table. A few are a chain of check-ins at eating places, golf equipment, museums, and airports. There are brigades and complainers, cheerleaders, and naysayers. On online companies generally tend to triangulate humans this environment all over to device to show any sort of psychology pathology studio ads. The professional fibber John Fowler's receiving an MA in psychology at TCSPP's Chicago campus in 2009, and for numerous years made his enterprise teaching other experts the way to use social media to improve their careers. 3 years have handed because he published his ebook. Graduate to LinkedIn, jumpstart your career, support the work network now, and he says the social media of today is already massively distinctive. Professionally, you assert that you want to emblem yourself, however, you could occasionally get so misplaced in branding yourself the way you need to be perceived that what you give online isn't who you genuinely are. While ability employers meet you in individual, they need you to be constant. Cautions Fowler, who now works at Deloitte Consulting on an occasion makes use of his social media background to help customers leverage their manufacturers. However, in a digital world in which anyone exaggerates, in fact, it's always barely distort, the temptation to lie or stretch the reality is more potent than ever. It's one easy issue to submit your prettiest excursion snapshots on FB or to magnify how splendid your existence is for the clean benefit of ex-boyfriends or college competitors. However, when it comes to LinkedIn and others, expert makes use of social media, reality and ethics are simply as essential online online as their in your revealed resume. One large aspect that gone one through the years in the social media is interaction, and the social media world isn't continually real. It isn't truth. I assume we want to maintain that in those though say there's a first rate line between branding yourself nicely and instantly applying and mispresenting your enjoy. The Zooms have usually been full vulnerable to exaggeration in spite of the great recommendation to be equipped to back up any degree of sophistication what for somebody came to have earned. But in virtual world in which it's worth understood that everybody exaggerates and truth is constantly barely distorted, the temptation to lie or stretch the truth. Alive in time of media, in all incarnation and manifestation of social in our life, one factor that cannot be ignored, mainly in relation to how we present ourselves and understand others, is how the usually on need to be ideal virtual world has modified our maximum intimate relationship. To disconnect or not disconnect, that disconnect That bacon reverts to is at the very heart of what to call is chronicling in together alone as we instant message email, text, and Twitter technology withdraws the limits between intimacy and solitude. She writes, we communicate of having rid of our emails, as although those notes are so much extra baggage. This is the translation, and this is my opinion. You can absorb many things that makes you have a better value with and learn about social media. But nevertheless, if you cannot pay attention on other things that more important, you'll fail to prioritize your goal. So that's it. Thank you so much.